Hey everybody, Chris from Divine Key, spelled QI, with your weekly tarot energy forecast for the week of August 3rd through August 9th. I'm also here answering questions for anyone who has any questions on the community that I'm starting, the online community. It is going to be hosted on Member Vault, so you'll see a link for that, and that's exclusively for my memberships. And the community will live on Facebook for right now until I find a platform that works for everybody. Right now it is the founding member launch, which means that it's not really built yet. I'm figuring stuff out, and if you join now, you will get the lowest price ever, and then you will have input into how it's built and where it lives and how it looks. So that's a bonus of being a founding member. And in the meantime, while I wait for comments to come up, I'll be pulling the weekly card to post to YouTube so that we can get the energy for each sign as we go. So pop a question in if you have any questions about the online community. I have two. One is called the Divine Key Ring, and it is mainly for general energy work, people who are exploring different modalities, how they interact, how you work with them, some basics. We will be diving deep as time goes on and the members become familiar with the actual energy work. And then I also have an Energy Masters Journey group, which is for exclusively for Reiki Masters, and it's a safe place that you can dive deeper into your Reiki journey and ask questions. And if you're starting a business or starting to teach, maybe get some help with some things that might come up that you might not be aware of. And you can get both for one low price, or you can have one or the other. It doesn't matter. So ask any questions if you have any. And we will proceed right now with I'm going to pull the cards starting with Leo, because we're in Leo season. Coming up very quickly on the 8/8 Lionsgate portal, which there are a lot of websites out there and YouTubers who are going to be doing special things for that. So keep an eye out for that. 8/8 is a very lucky number in a lot of ways. So first I want to pull for Leo. I'm using the vice versa deck, and it's printed on both sides. It's kind of pretty cool, actually. So each card is based on the traditional tarot, and then you have an alternate version of it, which gives much more in-depth meaning to, or an alternate meaning to what the traditional tarot is. Again, hi, Chris from Divine Key. Welcome, everybody. Everybody who's here. And Leo got the Three of Wands this side. And that's what it looks like. So Leo, the energy coming into this week is indicating that you are actively waiting for something, and that you have already sent your ships out, and you have put your energy in to a project right now. This is for the week of August 3rd through the August 9th, 2020. And this is for Leo. You are confident. You're confident in what you've done. You've taken all the actions that you can take, and you are now in an active waiting state, waiting for whatever results that your actions will bring about to come back to you. And you're very grounded in this. It's a very interesting, because wands usually are not a very grounded energy, but this is grounding your passion, Leo. This is definitely grounding your passion. So be aware, coming up, Leo, that the week of August 3rd through the August 9th, you're going to have some activity coming up on some of the projects that you've been working on. Again, I'm answering questions as I pull the weekly cards for all the signs. I'll answer any questions anyone has on the upcoming, we're in the middle of signing up anyone who's interested for an online community that I'm going to be hosting. There's two of them. One is exclusively for Reiki Masters, and there's another one that is for any kind of energy worker looking to explore different modalities. It's not based on just one modality. It is open and safe to be able to discuss all the different kinds of energy work out there and see how they integrate, see how you can make work together, to see how, for example, like Reiki and Tarot can work together. So if you're interested, on Facebook on Divine Key, you'll find all the information there, or you can check me out on www.divinekey, spelled QI.com. My tech guide just sent me a message. I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to be doing. So we'll see if I'm refreshing chat. So I'm new to this. Bear with me as we go through this. Much like my memberships are going to be, and much like the community is, you're going to be a founding member if you join between now and August 5th. And what that means is you're going to get the lowest price ever. But in doing so, you're going to help me build the information that's going to be included and work out some of the bugs. And when I do officially launch the site, the price will go up. So it's a give and take here. You get a low price, but you get all the benefit of being a part of the membership from the very beginning, and that price will never change for you as long as you're a member in good standing. So welcome, everybody. I'm pulling another card. This time we're going to be pulling for Virgo. Virgo, you got the Tower card. Very interesting energy, Virgo. What that tells me is that you are in the midst of some dramatic changes in your life. And they are changes that you might not have been aware of up until this point. Tower is sudden, abrupt changes, and often having to do with your creativity. Now, what this is, it looks like a very drastic, vicious card, but really, Virgo, what that's saying to you is that it's time that you might have built your current ideas on a faulty base. So God's source spirit comes in and it helps shake it up a little bit so that you can go back down to the basics, and then you can build a stronger tower. And it's not comfortable. It's very difficult, but it is being guided. It is being guided by a higher force. And it does call for a bit of trust. So Virgo, coming up on through the week of August 3rd through the August 9th of 2020, be prepared for some shakeups, but you'll get through it. And on the other side of it, you will be stronger for it. So that is your energy, Virgo, for the week of August 3rd through August 9th. Hi, everybody. Chris from Divine Key, here answering questions, if anyone has any, related to the founding member launch of an online community. I'm just checking to see what my tech guy has to say, so hold on a second. I'm going to ask him to come in, and my tech guy's my 14-year-old son, so he's been helping me a lot. So bear with me as we figure all this stuff out. I'm not seeing any comments, so if someone wants to post just a comment that you can see me or whatever, to make sure that I can actually see the comments that are coming in, because right now I'm not seeing any comments, and I want to make sure that the comments are working so that I can answer any questions anyone has. So whoever's watching right now, please feel free to post a comment and I'll see if I can see them. Hi Laura, thank you so much. I see you. That's very helpful. So if you have any questions, go ahead and post. I am seeing the comments so that I can answer any questions you might have. So we're talking about Libra right now. I'm doing the weekly card pulls as I go through this while I wait for questions. And Libra, this is your energy for August 3rd through August 9th. I think I'm good, thanks. Okay. So let's see. We've got Libra, and that just jumped out. Libra, you got the Ace of Pentacles. This is lovely energy. Pentacles are about what other people can see and touch and feel, and the aces are all about new beginnings. So in the coming week, Libra, it might be a good time to manifest something in the material world. This is energy that indicates that everything is ripe and ready for you to begin something new, a new project. This usually is not an idea. It's usually it's at this point, when it hits the Ace of Pentacles, it has moved into the material world. So if you've been thinking about something, Libra, if you've been contemplating maybe launching something or doing something or creating something, this coming week is a good time to take physical action toward that. Take physical steps to creating your dream. That's what the Ace of Pentacles is saying to you. This particular one feels also like the energy of being in a city, in a metropolis, like being in the heart of it. Not like while on vacation and not out in the country, but in the thick of everything is the energy I'm getting with this. So Libra, go out there and definitely mingle with, whether it be electronic, because with the COVID thing, but reach out to people who are already established. That's the message I'm getting. Someone who's already established can help you get this going. So if you're thinking about something, there's definitely people out there who will help you get the start and get it moving. So I hope that was helpful. Again, I'm taking any questions. Hey, Agatha, nice to see you. Oh, Laura, guess what? I'm a Libra rising too. That's awesome. And these cards can be for anything. I really think that all the planets play a role in what happens. I know that there's a lot of focus on sun, moon, and rising, but honestly, each of the planets has a role to play in how it shows up in your life. So really, if you wanted to go look at your full chart and see where Libra is, that might give you some indication of how it plays out for this week for you. And I'm not an astrologer, so let's just say that right there. I really do tarot mostly, and some other energy work, but I do dabble in everything. So if there's any questions about the online community that I'm starting, the Reiki Masters Journey group, which is for Reiki Masters to have a safe place to discuss all those things that you learn as you make it through all levels of Reiki. Or if you're launching a business related to Reiki, if you're a Reiki practitioner, if you want to integrate other modalities with your Reiki business, all those things are going to be covered in the Reiki Master's Journey. I didn't realize it was going to be so hard to say. And then we have the Divine Key Ring, which really is all about finding the key to unlock your intuition, finding the key, like imagine it like a key ring where you keep adding keys to flow, to understand the different ways that energy can affect your life and how they can all work together to unlock so many things for you. Intuition is the start. It's the biggest piece. And then we go from there usually. So next up will be Scorpio. I'm pulling a card from the Vice Versa deck for Scorpio for the week of August 3rd through August 9th, 2020. This deck is hard to shuffle because I can see the images and I'm tempted to pull them. So I tend to not look at the deck when I shuffle. So Scorpio, you got the Queen of Wands, a very interesting card. And you got that side. So typically it would look more like that. And in this case, it's looking like this. So we're seeing the back of the throne for the Queen of Wands, which is really interesting. I'm getting the impression that this is the energy that is internal to you. And being a Scorpio, you're a water sign. So this is not your native energy. This is really fiery energy. And what I'm getting is that as people see you, they really are seeing that you're a very complex person. And that as you go into the coming week, that these pieces that ground you so strongly they don't look like they're alive in this. There's a lot of abundance around the base, but there's not really anything that seems like new growth on the actual throne. Now, in your wand, in the Queen of Wands wand, there is new growth. So it feels like for Scorpio, on the week of August 3rd to August 9th, you might want to tap into some fire energy and create some steam. You can see if you have fire in your chart anywhere, or if you know some people who have fire in their chart. It feels to me like this would be a really good match because it feels like you've been a bit wishy-washy in trying to move forward. And in the coming week, you will, and it might have to do actually with the 8-8 lines portal, because this is not necessarily a Leo card, but it is a fire card. And when you combine it with the fire energy, when you combine your watery energy with the fire energy, I have a feeling you're going to find that progress will be made. So in the coming week, Scorpio, that might be a suggestion for you based on this card, is to mix your water energy with some fire energy. I hope that was helpful. Hey, Esther. And I'm also going to be exploring some runes if you're interested in runes. I know that's something that seems to be coming back around again. And I really love the runes. So, okay, back to Sagittarius. Hi, Sagittarius. Pulling a card for you for August 3rd through August 9th. See what we have from the Vice Versa Tarot for Sagittarius. So, Sagittarius, you have the Seven of Wands. Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords. So, okay. Hold on a second, my tech guy's here. Here's a question. He's going to do some magic. Hi, we're back. Sorry about that. Just trying to get some tech stuff straightened out. Well, you know, it's the first time that we've been doing it on this setup, so you know it's live that way, right? So we were looking at Sagittarius. Sagittarius, this is your card, Seven of Swords, for the week of August 3rd through August 9th of 2020. Now, the Seven of Swords, Swords is a tough, tough suit. It's all about truth, communication, and how you logically think of things. It's not very heart-centered. And Sagittarius, it looks like you're all up in your head. And often the Seven of Swords is called the Thief in the Night card, is what it actually looks like, and is what the energy it brings. And what that actually is you're ready to move on. You're ready to move on. You're ready to, you know, take your ball and go home, basically, Sagittarius. You've played the game, you've tried, you've worked with the people around you, and it just isn't working out right. It's not feeling right, whether it be a relationship or work related or an environment that you live in. You're just ready to move on. You've done a pros and cons list, and you've decided that now is the time to cut your losses and move forward. And it really feels this week that has to do with freedom. Feels like you've been really, really restricted, and that you're ready to break free of all of the things that seem to be keeping you in a darker place. So in the coming week, don't be surprised if you feel like, okay, I'm done and I'm moving on. Any additional information for that? It definitely feels like, even though you're ready to move on, you don't want to make a huge announcement. It's not going to be a dramatic thing. It's going to be, you just quietly slip away. Literally. Not that it's underhanded or sneaky. It can be, but I'm not getting that energy this time. I'm getting it more like you're not flouncing out. You're definitely just going to be like, okay, you know, I've made this decision. It's just not working for me anymore, and I'm moving on. So Sagittarius, in the coming week, don't be surprised if you feel like you want to move on from the current situation. And I hope that was helpful for you. So next up is a Capricorn. Hi, Capricorn. Meanwhile, I'm also answering questions if anyone has anything related to the online community for the Reiki Masters journey or the Divine Key Ring to explore energy and flow. Details are out there. I'll be closing the founding member cart on 8/5. So on August 5th, you will not be able to get this price any longer. So if you're interested, you want to take a closer look and ask your questions before August 5th. And sometime mid-September, I'm expecting to launch the actual site. So that would be, I'm looking at September 9th. So hopefully I can get things together for that. Now, on to Capricorn. Hi, Capricorn. This is your energy forecast for August 3rd through August 9th. And you got the 3 of Cups energy. I love this energy. It's beautiful. It's joyous. It is an energy of sharing the abundance with others, sharing the joy with others, being a part of a bigger group than just yourself. Capricorn, this talks about, and this is that side of it. It's a vice versa deck, so that would be the typical view. And this is the view you got. So this is about how, literally, how when you fill your own cup, others can be filled from your cup. So it is about sharing the energy with all those around you, and they share their energy with you. It's a really great combination of give and take for the people in your life. And this really reminds me of the star card. When I first saw it, I got star energy. And the star card says to me that you should reach for your desires. You should reach for the stars. And I really feel like there's something inside of you, Capricorn, that you've been hiding, that you have not expressed outwardly. And when you do, I believe that you're going to be surprised, based on the energy of this card, of how much excitement is going to bubble up around the people around you in relation to what it is that you dream about. So it might be a good time, Capricorn, for you to express your dreams this week to the people closest to you, and they can share in your joy of moving toward that dream. So I hope that was helpful. And next up will be Aquarius. So Aquarius, hi. We're pulling a card for your energy forecast for August 3rd through August 9th. And if anyone has any questions about the upcoming online community that's forming through my website, www.divinekey.com, there's some details out there, and anyone who is interested in what it entails, go ahead and pop a comment in. If you think it's something that you might be interested, go ahead and pop a heart in there or a key in there to let me know that you're looking to find your key to the flow of energy, your key to your intuition. And that's something that this community, I hope, will help with and give you a safe place to explore it. Sometimes it's difficult to find people to talk to when we talk about these esoteric things. So okay, so Aquarius, you're up. Let's see what energy we have for you. Aquarius, please, for August 3rd through August 9th. And we have the 4 of Cups. 4 of Cups. And I'm using the vice versa deck. I'll put the information in the description box when I upload this video. So Aquarius, with the 4 of Cups, what that tells me is that you're kind of disillusioned. You've been pouring your heart into something. You have been really deeply caring about something, and it just isn't fulfilling to you. And you keep looking. You feel like you're looking in the right place, and yet you're not really getting the feedback that you're in the right place. And this has to do with how you feel about the environment in your life, how you feel about how you show up in your life and your relationships too. Now, this doesn't mean that it's all bad or negative, but the energy I'm getting from this is that you might need to get a little tougher in relation to the way people interact with you. And what I mean by that is that people really are thinking about themselves. And sometimes when they respond to you, it really isn't due to you. It's due to something they're dealing with. So in order to feel that freedom, in order to feel that you can get out of this kind of heavy energy that's coming with the 4, like a stuck energy, really it's just like put on your armor and then trust yourself going out, that you're going to be safe. And not necessarily protect your heart necessarily, but let things slide off of you. Like they don't penetrate all the way into the center of your heart. And that's only for the coming week, August 3rd through August 9th. Just be a little less open with your heart space, just so that you can get your ground, so you can get your feet under you. And it's an internal thing. It's not necessarily anything to do with anybody else. It's just so that you can steady yourself. You're just getting steady is what I get. So Aquarius, I hope that was helpful. Please let me know if it is. You can pop a comment in if you want. And let's see, Pisces, you're up next. So I'm going to be pulling a card for Pisces for the energy forecast of August 3rd through August 9th. If anyone's interested, let's see what we have. We have the Knight of Pentacles for Pisces, Knight of Pentacles. So Pisces, what that tells me is that when the Knights come in, it tells me that your energy's moving. In this case, it's a very slow, very steady, and very meticulous energy. So you tend to overthink anyway in a lot of ways. And this is, you're not going to take a step forward until you're sure that that step forward is safe for you to take. So as you move forward, it is an indicator of long-term stability financially. So it's not a bad thing, but don't expect quick results on whatever you're working on. And this can pertain to relationships. This does not have to just pertain to like job or money. This is, you're just being extremely careful, and you want to make sure that all your T's are crossed and all your I's are dotted before you go forward. And the other piece of this energy is that you are you're seeking that stability. I think things have felt very, very unstable for you. It feels like a very tired card in the sense that you've been looking a long time, and taking care of all the details is exhausting, but the energy is moving. Being a knight, you're moving through it. And you're going to be emerging into the Queen of Pentacles. That's the next card. And that is a very abundant card. That is a nurturing card. So stick with it in the coming week. You still have a little bit to go. And be sure of all the details as you go forward, Pisces. And I feel like you will find what you're seeking by the end of next week, actually. But you may not take action right away. So just be aware of that. So Aries, you're next. Welcome to my channel. This is Divine Key, spelled QI, and I'm Chris. And I'm answering questions for anybody who might have any questions related to the online community that's coming up. If you do, pop it into the comments. And while I'm waiting for that, I am going to pull a card for Aries for the week of August 3rd through August 9th. A card for Aries, please. Ooh, a whole pile jumped out. We only need one. One card for Aries, please. One card for Aries for August 3rd through August 9th. So you can pop in the comments. Are you interested in tarot, runes, crystals, crystal gridding, Reiki. What kind of energy work is everyone interested in? Because that's, I'm interested in all of it. I have a hard time focusing on just one because they're so fascinating. Okay, Aries, look at that. You got the Leo card. We are in Leo season. This is fire energy. You got strength. Hey, Monita, nice to see you. So Aries, in the coming week, this tells me that you are going to have to tap into your inner strength. When the strength card comes up, that tells me that things that you're going to be challenged so that you understand that you're capable. You're capable of doing what it is that you expect to do. And it's an ongoing thing where you're challenged, you realize your strength, and that gives you more strength as you go forward. I love this card. It's very positive. Even with the greatest threat, you will still feel the confidence flow through you. So Aries, if you're tentative about something, concerned about something, and it doesn't matter if it's relationships or work or money or environment, this could pertain to anything. This is an internal energy. So if you're hesitant to move forward, don't be, because this card, the strength card, says that you have the ability to tame the beast and be able to harness that power to go forward. So Aries, this is lovely, really lovely. Be brave as you go forward. You know, courage is not being not afraid. Courage is working through the fear and still getting to the other side. So I hope that was helpful. And hi Lillian, nice to see you. So I'm not pulling actual reads right now. I will be, if you follow me on YouTube or if you follow my Facebook page, I will be doing live reads in the future where you can come on and ask a question and I'll pull a card for it. But today, since I'm talking about my weekly reads that I normally put out on YouTube, I'm pulling a card for each sign. So you can be aware of your sign, and that might give you some energy information. And we're talking about the online community for anyone who has questions related to that. Let's see. So sorry for anyone who's coming in looking for a live read. Like I said, I will be doing a live read in the future. I just haven't coordinated everything I need to do that yet. Although with this, I've gotten a step closer because I got my technology dialed in, so I'll be able to do that. So keep an eye out in the coming month or so for live reads using different decks. Okay, so this is for, oh, I got two cards and I'm not ready anyway. So Taurus, let's pull for Taurus, please. The weekly energy forecast for Taurus for August 3rd through August 9th. And you got the Page of Swords, that side. I'm using the vice versa deck, which is printed on both sides, just to give you an idea of what it looks like. That's the typical Rider-Waite imagery. And then this would be the that side of it. So this is very interesting, Taurus, because normally when this energy comes in, it tells me that you have some information that you may not be aware of. When the Page of Swords shows up, that your information is not complete yet. So if you're trying to make a decision, you're still seeking truth. You're still seeking all the facts and figures to understand logically what your decision should be. But you got that side of it, which tells me that you're actually on the other side of it. It feels like you've already made your decision, like you know what the truth is, and you're moving forward with your back toward the situation. You're on the other side of it, and you're just carrying your truth into the future at this point. There are still some things to learn, but you got the bulk of it already. You've overcome the obstacle. That's what I'm feeling. I'm strongly feeling that you've overcome an obstacle using your logic and your brain, and that you feel confident and prepared going forward. So that is the energy going into the week of August 3rd through August 9th for Taurus. I definitely am getting a sense that there is, I feel like there's a rest on the horizon. I feel like you've worked really hard, fighting your way through, and you're looking for a time of rest. And I really feel like that's coming for you. So hang in there just a little bit longer, and you will find a soft place to put your feet up, basically, is the message I got. Taurus, that's yours. Oh, hey, Monita. Good timing, then. I just pulled Taurus. So hopefully that's energy that's helpful in your situation. Hey, Agatha, you're Taurus as well. Awesome. So you guys who are Taurus, it feels like you've just battled through something. And you found some information that's really truthful. Some confusion has been cleared up is the message I was getting. So you're going to get a time where you can take a break. And I think you really need the break, quite honestly, by the feeling of the card. So we're moving on to Gemini next. Hey, Gemini. Pulling a card for August 3rd through August 9th. And I'm answering any kind of questions for the online community that's forming on, if you go to my webpage, www.divinekey.com, you can find some information on that. I have one exclusively for Reiki masters, so that we have a safe place to discuss all things Reiki and to deepen your knowledge of it, expand your intuition related to it, and see how maybe other modalities can work with it, answer questions about business related to your Reiki business, practitioners, clients, all of that stuff. And then I have a general energy group called the Divine Key Ring, where you can gain the keys of knowledge, key being flow of energy, and keys to unlock all those things that will lead you to brighter and newer futures. So if you have any questions, pop them in the comments and we will answer them. Otherwise, I'm moving on to Gemini. Hey, Gemini. Okay, so let's get a card for Gemini, please, for the week of August 3rd through August 9th. And for those of you coming in looking for an actual live reading for a question, I'm going to be doing that in the future. It really seems like there's a desire for that. So I will be coming on live to answer questions for people sometime in the near future. Okay, Gemini, you got the Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords. I love swords. This is your energy. It's air energy. Swords is air. But it's all up in your head. You're overthinking something. When the Eight of Swords comes up, you feel stuck. You feel like you're unable to move. There's a bit of fear in there. But it really is because you're talking yourself out of something. This is like the internal voice constantly chattering. Every time you try to do something, it is the story you tell yourself, is what I'm getting. The story you tell yourself is keeping you stuck, and you're in charge of that story. So even though she looks tightly bound and she looks like she can't see her way out of things, the reality is that the bonds are quite loose around her and she could slip out of them. So Gemini, you're all up in your head, you're overthinking something, and in the coming week, it's a suggestion that you step out of the mind. What I'm really getting strongly is physical activity. That if you can ground yourself in a physical activity this week, it will help get you out of that mindset and shift the energy to allow you to ground the swords so that you can just walk away from them. So that's what I'm getting. I'll take a sip of water quick. Excuse me for that. So Gemini, it's not anything like whatever is going on. I feel like you have control of it. Like you have control of, you might not have control of the situation, but you have control of how you respond to it. So, you know, the phrase that's been happening recently for me is it's not the action, it's the reaction that you have to the action is the real message. So the message isn't the message, the reaction to the message is the message. How are you responding to the things coming in? Are you letting it push your buttons? Are you letting it wind you up? And are you replaying it over and over? I'm replaying it over and over and over and over in your head. So just step away a little bit. take a deep breath and breathe out that energy and know that you can walk away from this energy. So hopefully you can do that this coming week, Gemini. You're welcome, Anita. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. It's hard to see with the glare on my screen, so if not, I'm sorry. All right, next up is Cancer. Cancer. So I'm looking at the energy for every sign from August 3rd through August 9th. I'm pulling one card for each sign. I'll be posting this to YouTube, so you can review it if you missed your sign. It will be up there as soon as I can get it processed and up. I don't know how long that takes because, you know, I'm doing a live to Facebook, so I'll probably have to offload it for YouTube. Okay, so Cancer. Isn't technology great, though? I mean, seriously, here we are chatting with each other real time, which I think is just fantastic. Hey, Dorothy, good to see you. Cancer, wow, yours jumped right out. You got the Four of Pentacles, that side. So I'm using the vice versa deck, which is printed on both sides. This would be the standard Rider-Waite version of it, and this is the vice versa, that side version of it. So typically the Four of Pentacles, well, all fours are energies of feeling stuck. It's a pause energy. You have done some work, you have made some progress on whatever it is we're talking about, whether it be a relationship or a project or an idea. And you are in a place right now with the four where you want to reevaluate it. You want to take a closer look at it. Or you feel like you haven't made progress even though you have. Now, with this particular version of it, it goes a little bit further because this particular view is someone who's stuck inside. It's like they're stuck inside. Oh my goodness. So this is like the energy of COVID, actually, because like you're stuck inside. You can't go out and do all the things you always did. And what it calls for is to switch the way you do things. It doesn't say you can't do things that are important to you. It doesn't say that you can't make progress, but you're having to shift your mindset and go across a different doorway. I see all those pillars that go outward from his seat as thresholds. You have to cross a different threshold. You can't do it the way you've always done it. You're being forced to change the way you interact with the real world, with the physical world. Pentacles are the physical world. So Cancer, if you always, if you always went to some kind of, I don't know, like beach house and hung out with a bunch of people, maybe this year you go to an isolated cabin in the woods and enjoy a mountain lake as something different. You can still enjoy time away. You can still enjoy being near the water, but you're just not doing it the way you always did it. And you might find that something really interesting happens, that you might find that you really enjoy this and that it's really a breath of fresh air. And the other piece that comes in with the Four of Pentacles for Cancer is that there's a sense of lack in a lot of ways. You're afraid to move forward because you're afraid to leave go of what you have to go get what you want. So that was just an additional piece of energy that came in to rethink how it is that you approach that feeling of, is it okay to let go of what I currently am existing in, what I currently have because I'm comfortable with it, with the chance of it actually being better if I move out of that energy. So Cancer, I hope that was helpful. That's the week of August 3rd through August 9th for Cancer. Okay, so next up, I'm doing, hi, Chris from Divine Key here, in case you're joining us, new. And I'm doing a card for each sign for the week of August 3rd through August 9th. Now, if you're looking for a live read, I will be doing that coming up. It looks like there's a lot of people who are interested in that. So I will put it on my list to do a live read either on Facebook or YouTube, where you can come and ask questions and I'll pull a card for you. In the meantime, I'm going to pull a card for, oh, that's everybody. Hey, I got everybody. Yay. So since I do have a little extra time, I will pull a card. Yeah, we have some time here actually. So those of you who are still here, who asked a question, I'll pull a card for you because we got through all 12 signs and they're done. So I'll do a personal card for anyone who wants me to pull a card for them, since you did show up, and we do have some time to do that. And if you're interested in exploring your energy, finding the key to your energy flow, finding the key to your intuition, finding the key on how to integrate all these modalities in your everyday life, then please check out my online communities, the Divine Key Ring and the Reiki Master's Journey, for more information about how you can join other like-minded individuals. So let's see, who do we have that might still be here? If you have a question, please jump on and ask a question. I'll pull a card for you. Agatha, are you still here? I didn't see that you had a question for me though. So let's see who else we have. Dorothy is still here. Gemini, that's awesome. I'll tell you what I'm going to do then. Well, I wait for maybe information to come in, or people who want live reading or a card pulled for them. Hey Agatha, do you have a question? If you do, go ahead and type it in. Otherwise, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull a card for the collective, meaning everybody who is here, everyone who listens to this at any point. I want to pull a card for the energy of those of you who are connecting with my energy right now. So if you could give me a card, please, for the collective energy of those in this group, I would appreciate it. Let's see what we have to do. I'm still using the vice versa deck, and I pull a card every day. So if you're interested, this will be the deck for this week. Go to my Divine Key, either website or Facebook page, and I pull a card and I interpret it for the day, for the energy of the day. So we got the Page of Cups, which is really interesting. We got the Page of Cups that side. So it looks like that. And this actually has a real personal message for me with the sea turtle there. That is a spirit animal that speaks to me very, very often. I did a guided meditation to find my Reiki guide when I was going through my Reiki master classes. And I'm an Aries, so I like to get things done. I don't think very often before I jump. And turtle / tortoise / sea turtle showed up to tell me that I needed to slow down because I have time. So this message to me, and you know, the Page of Cups does bring messages. So the message might be that it's time to slow down, that this is a time in the world, really, we have all been forced to slow down. And we've all been forced to tap into our heart energy, which is also cup energy, and to reevaluate how we interact with other people. Everything has been changed for everyone in the world in some way or another. And they may not know it. Some people may not realize it yet, but it is shifted. The energy has shifted. So with the Page of Cups coming up, I'm getting the message that we are learning how to tap into an energy that allows us to flow. Sea turtles work really hard to get to the sea, and then once they enter the water, they just go with the flow. They literally go with the flow. So this is a very, very strong message saying that it's okay to work hard in short segments, but then allow yourself to flow. If you work hard all the time, it's not really going to benefit you. Find whatever it is that allows you to flow. And that can be anything. It could be meditation. It could be cooking, hiking in the woods, reading a book, playing with your kids, swimming, gardening. It could be anything. But everyone who's listening and everyone who does listen to this, please take a moment to really feel into what it is that makes you replenished. That's what I'm getting the message. What replenishes you? And then spend 10 minutes a day doing that. Literally 10 minutes a day. It doesn't seem like much, but over a week's time, over a month's time, those 10 minutes add up. And I would expect that you would start feeling a bit more energized. And it's strange, but as you slow down, time seems to expand. It seems like you have more time when you slow down. So that's the message I got. Pretty interesting message, actually. I hope that was helpful. So does anyone have a question that they want answered? I will pull a card for you. We have about 10 minutes or so that I'll be here if no one else shows up. I have it listed 6 to 8. I got through the daily cards or the weekly cards much quicker than I expected. So I'm just here to chat with anyone who wants to chat. I'm working with the vice versa deck this week. And anyone who was here last week, I don't know if you saw my stuff last week, but I just want to point out this deck because I just loved it. I was using what's called the White Sage Tarot deck. It comes in a tin that looks like that. And they're smaller than normal cards. So that's the size compared to the normal tarot. And I just absolutely love this deck. It's very soft colored. It has lovely, lovely art. It's just beautiful. If you haven't seen it, go out and check my page. Last week's cards were all this, and last week's YouTube. Such fascinating, soft, beautiful energy. If you're looking, and I love the feel of the deck. It's just a nice size, and the cardstock's not too thick. I'm not an affiliate at all, but I love this. I just love the feel of this deck, and I hadn't been using it, and now I'm going to use it more often. It's very, very interesting deck. So that's the White Sage Tarot by Theresa Hutch, if you're interested. And I think she just released a new Oracle deck too. So, but this week I'm using the Vice Versa deck by Linnea Weatherstone. If you're interested, I will be putting that information in the description for you for the future. So anybody else who has any questions? I really appreciate you showing up and saying hi, checking in. That's awesome. Always good to see you. Look for more lives to happen because I think we figured out how to do it and get good results. So this will be happening more frequently. For those of you in my communities, I'll be going live on Zoom once a week. You get some extra bonuses. You may or may not get some bonuses that you will really enjoy, like personal reads or crystal gridding information, or even energy sent via Reiki to help you in your situations. So just thought I'd point that out. The card that just jumped out was the Knight of Wands, which interestingly enough was today's card, but on this side. So this energy just got echoed again this evening, that we're moving through something that took bravery, that we had to have courage to approach, and we didn't really know what the outcome was. And now this evening, it has actually transformed into something a bit magical. We're on a unicorn. We have our blazing wand, and the sun is coming up. So we have conquered whatever it is at this point, is what it feels like. The energy is dissipating. It's lightening up a bit. It's not quite as frightening for whatever reason. So, hey, I like that. I often will just shuffle and see what the jumpers have to say to me. It's kind of difficult to read for yourself because you want it to say what you want it to say. So I practice often on disengaging and connecting directly to source so that I get a true message all the time. So anybody else out there who has any questions or who is interested? I'll just hang out for a little bit longer and see if there's anyone here. Let's see if we have anybody who has any questions. I don't see anybody else, so I think that's it for right now. I'm not used to reading what's on my screen, so if I missed you and you were here, thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. And if you are watching this on replay, so happy to see you as well. The energy works on replay as well as it works live. That's the beauty of energy. There's no time and space when it comes to energy. Literally, it's energy. So here now, here 2 years from now, doesn't matter. The energy's going to work for you. So once again, if there's any questions on the online communities that are going up, we're in the middle of it. I will have that open until August 5th. If you're interested, you can join. That's Reiki, the Reiki Master Journey, exclusively for Reiki Masters to dive deeper into their practice. That's $12 a month if you're interested, or $120 a year, and you save. You buy 10 months and you get 2 months free. And then the Divine Key Ring is $21 a month if you're interested, and that is a general energy workers group where we're going to learn a whole bunch of different modalities. We're going to learn how to implement them and interact and communicate about how they appeared in our life and how we use them in a day-to-day way. That's really important to me, like an everyday use of this energy. And then you can get both for $30 a month. So if you are a Reiki master, but you want to explore other modalities because going through the Reiki has really piqued your interest, or you want to see how to work with them together, that's a good option. And that's $30 a month. So if you have any questions, pop them in now, or come and see me on my Facebook page. Send me an instant message, and I'll get back to you. So I want to say thank you. Thank you to everyone. I really appreciate you showing up, and your energy was great. And I will be doing live card pulls for people, and I'll be doing some runes in the near future. I've been called to pull my runes out again, and I just haven't done it. So things have been a bit crazy. So I look for some rune information. That's RUNE if you're interested. If you haven't seen runes or used them before, they're an ancient language, alphabet, and they hold so much information in one glyph. So look forward to that, because that's a lot of fun for me too, to work with the runes. So be well. Thank you so much for being here, and we will see you soon. Bye.